Students, so yesterday we learned regarding the productions of the bile pigments. So the bile pigments are bilirubin, biliverdin. So they are synthesized from the heme, and heme is a parts of the erythrocytes, and as well as how the bilirubin and bilirubins are bile pigments. They are produced and processed, and as well as so they are excreted. So here the albumin, so that was play an important role in the to transport the bilirubin. Okay, so from various side to the or from blood circulation to the liver. So then the liver involved in the processes. Then it was become a part of the bile. So that was helpful for the metabolism of lipids. So that pigment they are excreted through feces and small amount, so they are also excreted through the urine. So that's why when you are targeting the bilirubin level, so then you can easily to diagnose the conditions of the liver, conditions of the urine, and even the conditions of the large intestines or many other organs. So those are involved in the productions of the bile pigment. So that's why the bilirubin is the target site for diagnosis of the various disease, and as well as we can learn regarding the clinical occurrence. Then the hyperbilirubinemia, that is also known as the jaundice. So that is easily identified that there is a change of the color of the eyes. So every day you should be watch your eyes. Okay, or also you can watch the eyes of your family members. Okay, so early sign of the symptoms due to failure of the liver or liver problems. If any liver problems is there, so then easily that eye can index them when it become the yellow. If you're not corrected means early sign that was skin color was changes to yellow, it is a more serious condition. Still you are ignoring the condition means the death or fatal will be occurs. Okay, so that's why you can concentrate. And as well as so nowadays, that is the cane sugar milk, it is a popular. Okay, so that cane sugar milk is also helpful for to control the jaundice or treat the jaundice. In the jaundice, the many peoples from rural area, so they are prefer the cane sugar. So that is also you can advise to take regularly or weekly once. So that was we are free from the jaundice or liver disorders. And these jaundice they are mainly three types, that is the hemolytic, toxic, icterus, and obstructive. Hemolytic, before enter to liver, that was occur the jaundice, that was hemolytic, and due to toxicity in the liver, that was the toxic icterus or hepatic jaundice, and some obstruction of the after the formations of the bile. So that was the obstructive icterus or post hepatic jaundice or hyperbilious. So like that the jaundice they are mainly classified into three types. So now we today we can discuss regarding the porphyrias. So the porphyrias is also metabolic disorder related to the problem in the heme synthesis. Okay, the porphyrias, it is also metabolic disorder of the heme synthesis where the porphyrins and the porphyrin precursors, so they are found in the urine. So their level was increases because the heme is always reprocessed. So after aged RBC, so their breakdown they produces heme. So that heme is reutilized either formations of RBC or either formations of the bile pigment going through a series of biochemical reactions. If any deficiency of the one of the enzyme, then in our urine the porphyrins level is increases or the porphyrin precursors the level was increases. So that condition is known as the porphyrias. So that was easily you can diagnosis by observing these images. You can see that these images, so the skin color was changes, it become the one type of the redness or inflammations or itching is there. So that was the porphyria that indicates some problem in the metabolism and as well as the process of the hemoglobin. So this is the hepatic heme metabolism, that is the normal from glycine to heme is produced, that heme is be reutilized. But in the heme porphyric attack, so that reprocess process can be abolished due to lack of the or deficiency of certain enzyme. So that condition was known as the porphyric attack. Then heme or bilirubin levels was increases. So then the skin color is changes as it is seen in your this image. So that you can easily you can observe. If it is like that is there means, so that is the porphyrias. So that was related to the heme metabolisms or any enzymes or component that were deficient in the process of the heme. And heme is a either inherited as well as acquired. Okay, it is came from the family history or in the growing age, that is also occurred. So that's what is known as, it is a both inherited as well as the acquired. Okay, so the propharias, so they are mainly categorized into two types, that is the erythropoietic propharias and as well as the hepatic propharias. Erythropoietic propharias, it occur due to any enzyme deficiency involved in the those enzymes involved in the synthesis of erythrocytes or synthesis of hemoglobin. So what are the enzymes? So those are involved in the formations of the erythrocytes, are involved in the erythropoiesis process. Okay, if any deficient is there or variation is there, then also the person was suffering from the propharias. So that was known as the erythropoietic propharias. So regarding the second type, so that was known as the hepatic propharias. So there is a defectant in the liver enzymes. So that liver enzyme, they are involved in the process of the hemoglobin. If any problem in the enzyme where the hemoglobin is not processed or not reutilized or not involved in the productions of the bilirubin, okay, so that kind of condition is known as the hepatic propharias. So like that, the propharias, so they are mainly classified in two types, erythropoietic and hepatic, according to the enzyme deficiency. So regarding the common symptoms, that is the abdominal pain, light sensitivity, problem with the muscles and nervous system. So these are the major problems or main problem. Those are associated with the prophylactis. Maybe abdominal pain due to increase the content of the bile pigment heal. There is a heme in the large intestines or in the GIT. So that due to that, the person was suffering from the abdominal pain. Even that was accumulated bilirubin in the skin, heme accumulated in the skin. Due to that, the light sensitivity is easily, the person was suffering from the urticaria, dermatitis, skin reactions. Simply, that was known as light sensitivity. And as well as, so they are having the problem with the muscles and as well as problem with the nervous system. So these are the main signs and symptoms of the prophylactic. So now we can discuss regarding the different types of the propharias. Okay, they are mainly classified two types, that is hepatic propharias as well as the erythropoietic propharias. So this is the biochemical reactions, so where the heme can be processed. First we can learn regarding the how the heme can synthesize, which just we can overlook. There is the glycic and succinyl CoA. So they are joined together, react together, so they are responsible to form the delta amino leunic acid in the presence of the ALA synthetase enzyme. That is the amino valeric acid synthetase enzyme. So that was convert glycic acid and succinyl CoA into a, that is the ALA. So then further, so that ALA is converted into profobilinogen in the presence of the ALA dehydratase enzyme. Then further, so that was converted into hydroxymethylbilin in the presence of the PBZ deaminase enzyme. Then hydroxymethylbilin was converted into uroprofirinogen due to presence of the uroprofirinogen synthetase enzyme. Then uroprofirinogen was converted into copropyrinogen in the presence of the decarboxylase enzyme. Then cropyropyrinogen is converted into protoporphyrogen in the presence of the, that is the oxidase enzyme. Then finally it was converted into a protophosphirin in the presence of the, once again, the oxidase enzyme. Then the in the presence of the ferrous, okay, additions of ferrous, it was converted into a heme in the presence of the ferrochelatase enzyme. So like that, so around 8 to 10 enzymes, so they are involved in the synthesis of the heme. Okay, so that heme is the part of the RBC. So after that, after the age is going on, that is 110 days, so those RBCs are destructed, once again they releases the heme. So that heme is reprocessed. Once again it was, whatever the compounds are released from the heme, so that was reutilized for the synthesis of the heme. Okay, so due to any problem in these enzymes, then the heme cannot be reutilized. Okay, so that completely converted into a bilirubins. So that's why the bilirubin level was increases in the body. So that condition was known as the porphyria. Or any deficient in the enzyme, then the reactions cannot be continue. Due to that, the porphyrin precursors, so this is the final porphyrin, its precursors, so that was found in the urine, so that is also known as the porphyrias. So on the basis of that, the mainly the porphyrias are two types, that is erythropoietic porphyria and hepatic porphyria. And further, so these hepatic porphyria and erythropoietic porphyria, due to deficiency of enzymes, so they are further sub-classified into different types. Here erythropoietic porphyria, so that was sub-classified into two types, and the hepatic porphyria, so that was sub-classified into four types on the basis of the deficient enzyme. Due to deficiency of that enzyme or variations in that enzyme, so due to that, the porphyrin precursor, so they are found in the urine, or the person was suffering from the porphyria. So according to that only, so they are sub hepatic porphyria. So they are sub classified into four types. First we can go for regarding the erythropoietic porphyria. That is the, there are two types. That is the congestional erythropoietic porphyria and erythropoietic protoporphyria. So congestional erythropoietic porphyria, that was occurs due to deficiency of urophrofirinogen synthetase co-synthetase enzyme. So this enzyme is required for conversions of hydroxymethylbilin into urophrofirinogen. So deficiency of this enzyme, so this compound is not formed. Due to that, in the urine, the hydroxymethylbilin is present. Okay, so that is known as the congestional erythropoietic porphyria, and symptoms are photosensitivity, increase the hemolysis. Okay, and second type, that was known as the erythropoietic protoporphyria. So that was occurred due to deficiency of the that is the furochelatase enzyme. So this enzyme is required to convert protoporphyrin by utilizing of the ferrous atom. Okay, iron substitute, then it is involved in the formations of heme. So due to deficiency of ferrochelate enzyme, the heme cannot be formed, and the protoporphyrin that was excreted in the urine, so that condition was known as the erythropoietic porphyria, and symptoms are just, it was causes the photosensitivity, allergy to the skin. So like that, the erythropoietic porphyria, so they are mainly classified in two types, congestional erythropoietic porphyria and as well as the erythropoietic porphyria. Now we can discuss regarding the hepatic porphyria. So these are four types. First one is the acute intermittent porphyria. The symptoms for this is abdominal pain and neuropsychiatric symptoms. There is a problem in the CNS disorders, psychological imbalances. Those are the signs and symptoms for the acute intermittent porphyria. So this is occurred due to deficiency of the PBZ deaminase enzyme. So this enzyme is required for the conversions of bilinogen into hydroxymethylbilin, and lack of this enzyme, the hydroxymethylbilin is not formed. So this was PBZ, it was seen in the urine or elevated in the blood. So due to that, the person was suffering abdominal pain or mucositis symptoms. That condition is known as the acute intermittent porphyria. And second one regarding hepatic porphyria, that was known as the porphyria cutanea tarda. Then symptoms for this is the photosensitivity. It occurs due to deficiency of the uroporphyrinogen decarboxylase enzyme. So due to that, the porphyrin was not formed. So that condition was known as the porphyria cutanea tarda. And third type, that was known as the hereditary coporphyria, that was occur due to deficiency of the coporphyrinogen oxidase enzyme. So due to that, so this coporphyrinogen was accumulated in the body, then the person was suffering from abdominal pain, photosensitivity, neuropsychiatric symptoms or disorders. Next one is the, that was known as the variegate porphyria. So this is occurred due to deficiency of the protoporphyrinogen oxidase deficiency. Due to that, The final protoporphyrin was not formed. Due to that, the person was suffering from the abdominal pain, photosensitivity, neuropsychiatric symptoms or disorders. So like that, the porphyria, so they are mainly classified in two types: erythropoietic porphyria and hepatic porphyria, and they are sub-classified into different six types. Erythropoietics are two types, and hepatic porphyria is the four types. So these are different types of the porphyria. So regarding the table for diagnostic test, there is a test for total bilirubin in the pre-hepatic jaundice, that was normal or sometimes it increases, but in hepatic jaundice as well as post-hepatic jaundice, that is always increases. Okay, so then regarding the conjugated bilirubin in the pre-hepatic, it is normal, and hepatic and post-hepatic it was increases. In unconjugated bilirubin, so that was normal in the case of pre-hepatic jaundice or sometime increases, but in hepatic jaundice that was increases, and post-hepatic jaundice that was normal. Okay, so like that, urobilinogen also increases in the pre-hepatic and hepatic, that was decreases, and post-hepatic that was also decreases. But urine color in the pre-hepatic jaundice that was normal, and hepatic jaundice that was dark. Okay, then post-hepatic jaundice that was the once again dark. Okay, so with the help of, so this urine color, you also note down the status of liver. If it is normal, then it is okay, so there is no problem. Then if you having the jaundice like symptoms, that was related to the prehepatic jaundice. If your urine color was changes to the yellow to the dark, that indicates we are suffering from the hepatic jaundice or post hepatic jaundice. Okay, stool color in the case of prehepatic that was normal, in the case of hepatic jaundice that was pale, and post hepatic that was also pale. And regarding the enzyme like ALP, ALT, so that was normal. But in the case of pre-hepatic, in post and hepatic jaundice, that was increases. In the conjugated bilirubin in urine, it is not present in pre-hepatic, but in hepatic and post-hepatic, that was present. It is also used to target. You can distinguish the different types of the hepatitis. And splenomegaly, so that was present. That is swelling of the spleen simply. That was known as splenomegaly. So that spleen was swelled in the case of pre-hepatic jaundice, and hepatic jaundice also that was swelled, but in the post-hepatic jaundice that was the absent. So these are the different parameter. So that was considered to note down the or to diagnose the jaundice, different type of jaundice, or differentiate the different types of jaundice or hyperbilirubinemia. So these are the various tests.